Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Koke tries to play it through. Shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Absolutely.
A marvellous tactical brain married to good pace and a technical ease.
And this is Raul.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Taken back almost at once. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Koke. And that's been intercepted. And it's Koke. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That's an imaginative pass. Bale! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Portugal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Well, now it's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught napping! Opts to play it back. And a chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Kukchu, spread it left. Nicely weighted ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Inzaghi, pinches it off him. Referee has just said play on.
Portugal are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
And it's Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Roberto Carlos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Xabi Alonso. Alonso! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Milan really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Driving forward, Raul.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Baresi. Filippo Inzaghi. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Reflections on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Portugal have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. He's tried one! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Portugal are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Milan can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Plays a sharp little ball here. And the shot! He's got a goal! AC Milan are all square. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Xavi Alonso. Neymar. And here's Vieri. This might spell danger. Koke. Neymar.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he's in on goal.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This
Rijkaard with the foul. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Portugal are down to 10 men. Oh, this looks sharp. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Portugal finding their passes. He's having a go! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Good ball, good. There's the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. This is a Hollywood or bus corner. The final whistle is up next.
Oh, what a climb! And that is the last effort of the game. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We have already started here. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for...
It's roll! Off the post! Rummenigge is onto it in a flash. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Zola, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now, he's got space here. Now it's Raul. Raul! That is gorgeous from Raul! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And Portugal score first. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Portugal have taken the lead.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Games hinge on moments like this. That is some save from Khan. No, he's missed it.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second-guess what the keeper was trying to do.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Petit, and he welcomes it. It's full on! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Cleared without complication. Oh, easy pickings there. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Oh, cracking ball. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now that's well seen too. Neymar, who does have an assist to his name. And here's Raul. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Great ball, and he shot, surely! And it's come back out to him. It's in! And this is getting better and better. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
And a chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Zola clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Petit is the guilty party there. Schlotterbeck.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Ball played for Rijkaard. And it's Neymar. Forlan. Neymar is always playing. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Some first half thoughts?
Portugal really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Portugal are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And we are already promptly back underway. Back into the middle. Raul. Koke. Koke running with the ball. Now it's Bale. Dani Olmo. Zola. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Played into space. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Neymar. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rijkaard. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And this is Zola. He is through here. Oh, he's been flattened there. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Portugal present their opponents with the best possible chance here.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
The ball is on the spot. Here we go.
Number 7. Diego Forlan.
That is some save from Khan.
Coming on the field. Number 22. Batistuta. Number 11. Romario. Number 8. Del Piero. Substitutions taking place.
This is Romario. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Messi. Can he spark a counter here? And here's Owen. Little pass back. And it's Messi.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. And that is a little undercooked. Portugal clearly now in lead preservation mode.
There will be 1 minute
Petit.
at a time.
Batistuta. He can run onto that.
Well, he's certain.
And time is up. Portugal are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner.
Security staff for each.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Great vision. And he's on his way. Oh, right place, right time. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? Portugal really could have done without this. This to make it 1-0. And he's buried it! 1-0. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. It's played through for him. Batistuta, he's got away. It's Luke. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Beckenbauer. France look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as...
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though. I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
And it's Xavi Alonso. Bale. Bale! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, easy pickings there. Neymar. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Bale! And Neuer pulls off a sensational save. Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Big header! Just off target.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Zanetti. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he welcomes it in. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Chiellini promptly onto that, and that is that.
Portugal truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Plays a sharp little ball here. He's found a way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Can he finish? It's a goal! Portugal are level. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. And Batistuta! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And the first half is done. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And that's the second half started. Couldn't squeeze it through. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. France needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Chance here to counter. Rijkaard. And here's Raul. Neymar. And it's Neymar. It's a searching pass. Neuer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Zanetti. Baresi. Now it's Neymar. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Raul. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get on the end of this? He's gone for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Xavi Alonso. Tries to play it through. Oh, well measured. Oh, important interception. Koke. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Looking to play him in. And it's made its way to him. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. Portugal have themselves a chance from the spot. So having trailed, this to go ahead. And Neuer pulls off a sensational save.
Oh, once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now.
Nicely spread. He is through here. Oh, what roll! Goal, Portugal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Raul duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Koke. And he's managed to get free.
Portugal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Alonso.
Inshallah.
Get into space.
Shoo.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Bale. Neymar. No way through. That's that, the end. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already and a shot! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he's on his way! Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. No, that's been intercepted. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And it's Xavi Alonso. Portugal leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Bale knocks it into space. Real chance! They've done it! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Portugal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead. Neymar!
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Climbs up big! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A wonderful delivery, And all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Xavi Alonso is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And how did he not make it 4?
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
So will they make it count again? Played out towards the right wing. Xabi Alonso, a mighty effort! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Throw in. Stood up well to him there. Anthony. Valverde.
Might want to be careful there.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And he was quick to react. Pedri. Valverde. Valverde. And that has sent him sprawling. Valverde really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And he's had a hit! Magnificent! He's got himself an absolute peach. And there's your... And we've reached half-time. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Portugal have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position.
Substitution for Palmeiras, number 11, Rafinha.
And we're underway again.
26, Pedri,
Raul,
Federico
Tchouameni,
number
and it's
20,
Olmo.
Cristiano
Here's Doku. Strong running down that left flank. He is through here. And here's Mbappe. Great ball, and he's in here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mbappe! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that? That is a gem! An absolute gem! You just know there is no stopping that.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Palmeiras grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Just eases him off the ball. Grimaldo. That's a good run down the left. And here's Mbappe. Look at this. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Can he latch on to this? Rijkaard. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's got away. Great chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Grimaldo. Foot in. Doku. Just about up to 75 minutes. Thinks about the shot. Goes for a shot! Oh, crossbar! Koke is there, and he can get that clear. Palmeiras. He's having a shot! Oh, no. That could be a costly miss.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
Chouameni picks it up from the goal kick. Chiellini. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Doku.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Schlotterbeck. Crunching tackle. Raul, who does have an assist to his name. Raul. Bale. Oh, super. Shoots! It's in! And the lead is extended still further. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So now the difference is 3. Driving through the middle.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Raul.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Doku. And that will be the final act. This is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Rijkaard cuts it out. Now it's Doué. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, nicely intercepted. It's a really well-measured ball. Olise. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Olise receives it in a wide position. Schlotterbeck, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Bale. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Can he get onto this? Big chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he? They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Rodri trying to keep this in. And now a sudden chance to counter. Olise gets into a good position. Howson is the team's great visionary. And here's Olise. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Raul. Now it's Bale. Lovely, now then. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Look at the space here. Looks across and plays it in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Portugal really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
And they're quick to press. He's going for goal!
Rodri really made the tough part look easy, and the easy part very complicated.
Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
The attendance for this match was 60,810.
And here's Batistuta. Ah, he's given it away. There's the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Olise. Referee has just said play on. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. It'll be a throw-in. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
It's roll! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely weighted ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Here's a man, Peter, that inspired so many and always said that success is no accident. It takes hard work and perseverance.
And how he epitomised that attitude. He worked so hard to become a player so far ahead of everybody else.
He boasted a playing style that was so unique too. The first centre-forward perhaps to drop back, use his vision, make those clever little
Little doubt, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Bale. Best, very much a man of this moment.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Gets a good foot in there. Neither side yet able to find the net. Now it's Bale. Neymar. He is through here. A lot of space ahead of him. Adams, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, roll!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rijkaard. And it's Koke. He's in a great position here. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Big chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Cleared without complication. Played out to the right. Flashes it across. Chiellini with the clearance. Portugal are looking to go forward now. He's got away. Chance to deliver. And that should get the job done. Best. Pele. Oh, played right into his path. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Thank you for your cooperation.
That gets things going for the second half.
Portugal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Oh, straight chance! There it is!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Portugal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully. That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Cantona with the foul. Vieira wins the duel this time. Raul. Neymar. Passing is crisp. Can he find the finish? Sticks it away. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence.
And the finish! It's in! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
It's Raul! And he has kept it out somehow.
Raul actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Portugal are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. Chance here to counter. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, what a stop! Had to be at his very best. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Picked out brilliantly.
Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Xavi Alonso is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now it's Raul. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, that pass isn't the best. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Portugal clearly came into this match with a good game plan, one designed to capitalise on an obvious weakness.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Lofted in. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Portugal already a man down in these early stages. That has left the boss thinking about what harm it has done to their chances.
Well, his thinking may have been about making his presence felt, but not the wisest of decisions.
What a start. Free kick and a great chance! And it's goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's found a way through. Oh, that was vital. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's being urged to shoot. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Arsenal with the corner, they're first. That's going to go a long way. Yamal. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Portugal are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Raul. Bale picks out, and the shot! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Oh, he's been caught napping. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And it's been played through. Oh, he's been flattened there.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Xabi Alonso with the short one. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Has a look and place it forward. Rijkaard. Chiellini defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's having a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class. It's Bale! That is special! Gareth Bale! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They're back within reach! And the half-time whistle goes. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Portugal are very much up against it, and that's given the manager a real headache as to how to get his players to regain focus during half-time. He's going to have to get amongst the players and really lift them to produce something close to the best football if they're going to salvage this.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
I think...
Roll! No mistake! The second half sparked straight into life. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time.
It's Bale! He has done it! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
And yes, it's him again.
After 52 minutes is
Arsenal take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Still they trail and time is ticking away. Raul. Oh, he's been real chance! He's got a goal! Back to within one! Interesting! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Portugal get themselves back into contention.
What a...
Can he finish? He's scored! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Bullish header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Gets a good foot in there. Brilliantly cut out.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And here's Yamal. Plays a sharp little ball here. Schlotterbeck. And it's Bale. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, this is a great position. And a chance! It's there! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Schlotterbeck. And he's found a way past.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
6 added minutes has been
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he skips past his man. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Darren Fletcher. And this is Bale. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Portugal lost their way after falling behind early. Their concentration was weakened and their character, and that's cause for address.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this guy, McAllister, is someone I see as the linchpin in this side. He's a playmaker who loves that little left-sided channel to release people further up the pitch. But I also like to see him play centrally at times. I think he's just very, very good in the number 10 position, and he's got a great understanding of that role.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Roll! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Can he get on the end of this?
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Raul. Chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Raul has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He's got tall. It's in. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Substitution in progress.
Al Ittihad already making their first change. Not what was planned, I don't think.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Neymar takes control of it, and he's on the move.
Portugal really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Adriano, he's through here. Chance for a shot! Really well taken goal. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Played over towards the opposite flank.
Good switch, that.
And it's Neymar. Pedri. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Pedri. Adriano. Dixon. Nice interception, well timed. Koke. Chance here to counter. Bale. Now that is tidy, really tidy.
There will be 3 minutes added.
Looking for a runner. Well read, and the danger is averted. De Gea getting this one clear. This possibly the last play of the half. And he's chosen to go back.
Modern football.
It's Koke! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Portugal head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And we are already promptly back underway.
Bebeto really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Great shot, surely! It's in! And this is getting better and better. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are... He's having a go! Denied by an instinctive save.
Mateus really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Mateus goes short. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Shoots! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Portugal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Played into space. Oh, well played. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Xavi Alonso out towards the flank, and it's Zanetti. Vinicius Junior. Oh, perfectly measured that. Foden showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Dembele has given away a free kick.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Look at the space here. He's got away. Vinicius Junior! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Olise. Mbappe has created one goal already. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Mbappe! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Corner number 2 then. Mateus plays it short. Schneider. And it's Rijkaard. And he was alert to it. And now they can spring out of defence. Zanetti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Araujo gets across to intercept that. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Foden couldn't squeeze it through. Driving forward, looking to play him in. Spread neatly. Mateus, and the shot! It's loose, and oh, it's fallen loose again! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Big chance! They've done it! Portugal are level.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Schneider. Schneider really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Schneider, that is ended up in no man's land.
Portugal have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on? That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mateus producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And here's Foden, tries to pass it through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Foden. And here's Dembele. That pass has been well intercepted. Can he get it through? Mbappe gets into a good position. Koke. Olise. And it's Koke. Foden. And that's gone loose.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Casemiro for Olise. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Foden. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Koke. Olise. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now, can they get him away? Mbappe! Knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well played.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Koke. Xavi Alonso. Pass somewhat off target. And we're done. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Expectations and decibels rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here. Well, here's one of the standout names of his day, Jim, Dragan Stojkovic.
Yeah, Peter, there was a time when the Balkans produced an incredible number of truly remarkable footballers, and out of them all, he was probably the best, at least technically, I'd say.
And the crowd love him. They're chanting his name. He is their hero. There's the chance, surely! Loose ball. Oh, he's been... And again! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Danny Olmo goes on a run down the left wing. Van Basten. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Koke. Can he spark a counter here? That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Alexander-Arnold. Knocks it into space. Can he get on the end of this? Casemiro.
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now who's going to be first to this? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Van Basten. And the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And they've got a throw. Casemiro. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Van Basten showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Dembele. He's got away. Alexander-Arnold going full steam down the flank. Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Keeper's dealt with that. And it's Casemiro. This looks promising. And now they can spring out of defence. Now this could be a chance. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rashford gets into a good position. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's hit the upright. And he's following up. Olise. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitution in progress.
And the second half gets underway.
Portugal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
That's really nicely played. Referee has just said play on.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Nice interception, well timed. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Portugal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Looking to play him in. He could be in here. And the shot! Oh, it's hit the post. The referee has given a corner. Casemiro is there and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Tries from distance. Olise, foot in. He's tried one! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
Alexander-Arnold. Your impression so far, Jim?
Portugal are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, super ball!
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Dembele has it out wide and in space. And he's in on goal. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. To square things up. A formality. We're level. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Portugal really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Great challenge, time to perfection.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, good ball! Shot a goal! Goal! Portugal! And the comeback is complete. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Portugal go into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And it's been given away. Now, can he find a finish? Araujo lays it forward. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Last chance, perhaps. It's anyone's ball now. And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. Jim, you've played it. He's going for goal! Oh! Fantastic! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! The ideal start!
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
So, a breakthrough already. He's gone for goal! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? And it's hoisted clear. Knocks it into space. Chance for a shot! Oh, didn't catch it right.
Oh, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the pass is intercepted. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Oh, he's taken it. And this is Van Basten.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Mohamed Salah has been caught there. It's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Well, plenty of early set pieces here. And that's off target.
The tariff was high on that. We can forgive him.
Can he get on the end of this? Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Great defending, strong and determined. And he's taking no chances there. Olise. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Van Basten. And the counter is on. Mohamed Salah in acres of space out wide. Courtois gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Foden has created one goal already. Plays a sharp little ball here. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Foden. Oh, that's a key interception. Ambitious ball here. Now that's well seen too. Araujo spots it and intercepts.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
There's the shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. Portugal with another corner. Portugal have their third corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And it's Koke. Oh, nice touch. Great vision. It's gone out for a throw-in. Olise. Koke. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And the first half is done. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Portugal go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. There's the start of the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Foden unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Olise.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Great chance! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Looking for a runner. Schlotterbeck gets across to intercept that. Olise. Oh, what a ball! And he's there to belt it away. Oh, just skips past his man. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Tries to play it through. He has found a way through.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Some resolute defending there. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And this is Dembele. And the shot's on here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And the shot! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Threads one in. Oh, it's come loose. Well read, and the danger is averted. Could move up a gear here. That's that, the end. Portugal are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, we're on the way. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, getting the best out of him. And he's had a hit! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Olise. That's going to go a long way. And it's Casemiro. Good take, and is he in? Vinicius Junior! Goal! Portugal! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Serginho threads one in. This looks promising. Schlotterbeck gets across to intercept that. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Dembele. Now it's Foden. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Alexander-Arnold. Serginho promptly onto that, and that is that. Portugal are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Foden. Tomori gets rid without sophistication. And he's only too happy to take that back. Dembele! Dembele! No, that pass has been well intercepted. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Shoots! It's hit the upright.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. No foul, says the referee. And he shapes to shoot. It's a goal. And they're at it again in double quick time. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and...
He's having a go! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping! Saka running with the ball. Kimmich. Shot could be on. And he shoots!
He did so well to create the room to get the shot away.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Ambitious ball here. Kimmich cuts out the pass. Decent chance! And it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real.
And we hit half-time. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Portugal, 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break.
Substitutions taking place.
And the action is back on the way. Serginho. Messi looking to get on the end of this. Koke did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Dembele. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising. It's Van Basten! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Brazil are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
He gets big! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Now it's Messi. He's found a way through, and the shot! And it's in! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Brazil give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Olise. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, super ball. So much time and great chance! No mistake! Back to within 1. Interesting. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Brazil can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Brazil really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now that looks a decent ball. Olise. Now it's Foden. Vinicius Junior receives it in a good position. Dembele is on his own. There's the shot! He's got a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Portugal take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Hazard. Oh, what has happened here? Schlotterbeck attempts a clearance. Brazil have their second corner now. Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. Caresses it through. Goes for a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Now, can they get him away? And this is Dembele. Chance! It's in! And with that, he takes home the match ball. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Number 20.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Portugal blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, and the finish! And that is doing no harm at all. Serginho. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Dembele, very much the hat-trick hero. What an extraordinary game he had. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We have already started here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference? Well, and he shoots! That's going to go a long way. That's a little off target. Olise. Pass somewhat off target. Araujo for Olise. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Palmer. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. They've won a corner. And we have our very first corner. And that should get the job done. Look at the space here. Koke! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
No goals as yet. Now it's Palmer. Well read, and the danger is averted. And that was very necessary.
Adriano really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's De Bruyne. Casemiro. Olise. Zanetti gets over and intercepts. And a chance! Goal! Portugal! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Portugal have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Good ball, good take. Not the most convincing of passes. Casemiro.
Portugal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Reinders. De Bruyne. And he's in on... Shot a goal! They've scored! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the ball...
It's Dembele! It's bounced back off the post. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Zanetti. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Kindly make his way to the information centre.
Liverpool get the second half started.
Portugal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Picked out, takes a shot! Goal! Portugal! And again they hit the front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Reinders is fouled. Oh, he's been caught napping. Koke. Up towards the front line. No way through. And here's Vinicius Junior. Botman wins the duel this time. 60 minutes played. And here's Foden. Palmer. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Vinicius Junior! And again! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Portugal go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Now it's Vinicius Junior. No outsmarting him this time. Palmer. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Palmer. Bruno Fernandes. And he was alert to it. Vinicius Junior. Foden. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. De Bruyne. Driving through the middle. Olise. Foden. Tries to pass it through. And he's got the beating of his... Dembele! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. There could be trouble here. He is through here. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Casemiro for Olise. And here's Dembele. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Dembele. Very nicely done. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
3 minutes added time.
Portugal clearly now in lead preservation mode. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Koke. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Added time is up. And there goes the whistle. Portugal can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. Foden picking up. Well, welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than is perfect. It's going to be a test for all involved. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed of thought on the turn, his understanding of the landscape around him, the intelligence in reading defensive positioning, all those factors which can make him unplayable when he's truly on song.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Pelé did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. And he's on his way! Schlotterbeck did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, he's picked... tries a shot! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Brazil are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
A heavy challenge. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's a good run down the right. Dembele gets into some space. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Olise, look at the space here. Oh, good ball. Chance! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
and his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Nicely weighted ball. And the through ball. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Shevchenko is herring after that one. Beckham. Looking to play him in. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Aimed in towards the centre. That'll be a corner. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. And we have our very first corner. And that has been cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Olise. Well, that pass isn't the best. Beckham. And the ball's come loose here. And that should get the job done. Casemiro. Plays a sharp little ball here. There's the whistle for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Portugal certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Portugal sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And we're underway again. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Cafu. Koke. Casemiro.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Casemiro. Threads one in. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Dembele. Now it's Vinicius Junior. That is a great pick out. Big chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Koke. Brazil are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Serginho. And Donatoni.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Serginho was in no mood for any of that. Donatoni. Shevchenko. Brilliantly cut out. Koke. Donatoni purring through the gears. That's a decent clearance. Alexander-Arnold. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he shoots! He's kept it out just.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Good ball, good take. And here's Beckham. Crossed in again.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Portugal are closing in on a comfortable win. Serginho. There he goes, motoring forward. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 47.
Brazil have their third corner.
Number 22. Olise. Number 8.
And it's been taken short. He's in a great position here. Crosses it in.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Number 9. Mbappe. Number 21.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Substitutions taking place.
Alexander-Arnold.
3 minutes added time.
Now that looks a decent ball. And that has put paid to that. And that could set him on his way. He's having a shot! They've done it! Just cruising! They are cruising! And that will be the final act. Portugal pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness.
Report to the staff room immediately.
Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths.
Inshallah. Shoo.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We have already started here. Stood up well to him there.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
And it's Pirlo. Clarence Seedorf, he's a leader, he's a schemer, a controller, he's certainly a winner, he's all of those things, and he's much, much more.
I'll take it a step further, he's a serial winner on the European scene. In fact, it's that pedigree which I see as his greatest quality. He knows exactly what it takes to be a match winner, and he'll go about doing exactly that.
Pirlo is the team's great visionary.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respect.
And a chance! Goal! Portugal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Portugal have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Tries to pass it through. He's having a shot! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? Takes a shot! And another try! He scores! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Portugal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and their start...
And the finish! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. It's a loose ball. And Cruyff! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that has been clubbed away. Puyol. Portugal heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, good-looking ball. That's a little off target. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Seedorf. Lille finding their passes. Iniesta. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Olise, looking for options for movement. Pirlo. That is good alertness. And it's half-time here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Portugal clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Substitution in progress.
Portugal are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. So we're just settling back into this second half. And it's Cruyff. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Dembele. Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's bustling through here. It's loose now and they want to get it back. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side Dogged defence on the other.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Portugal are 2 up early in the second half. Seedorf. Some resolute defending there. Roberto Carlos. Deco. Roberto Carlos. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. And it's Seedorf. And here's the chance to counter. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Cruyff. Iniesta. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And here's Iniesta. Iniesta going face-to-face with his great rival. Opts for safety. Passing is crisp and sharp. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now? Well, shoot a goal! Relentless! Just relentless! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Oh, smashing header! Portugal are coasting towards victory. Dembele, nicely weighted ball, and he plays one through. Deco, Seedorf, Lille are looking to break at pace. That's good vision. Tries a shot! Oh, that's a waste.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Portugal, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now.
And we come to you
Vinicius
now
Junior
with a quick
reflecting on a stellar performance and now taking home a permanent reminder. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Messi receives it in a wide position.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now, can they get him away? And that is as far as they're going to go.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Ambrosini. And that is a little undercooked. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Takes a shot! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Portugal have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Looking for the run. Look, shot, surely! He's got a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Portugal are now luxuriating. Cristiano Ronaldo! It's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! Oh, delicious! Such devilish curl!
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Paris Saint-Germain. Can he finish? Neymar! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Oh no, what has happened here? Pedri, distributed tidily. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Looking to play him in. Oh, easy pickings there. Shot could be on. He's through, now is he in? And that'll be the last act of the first half. Portugal are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow.
Substitution in progress.
Second period then underway. Rafael Varane turns back here, probably the best option. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Alexander-Arnold. Olise. He might be in here! Oh, this is a great position. Cannavaro. That pass has been well intercepted. Yamal, very much a man of this moment. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And they've got a throw. Haaland. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Quality ball. Now it's Dembele. Well, that has not gone well. Lam is one whose deliveries we all know about. And he's managed to get free.